please hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I mean.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk. That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my God. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm serious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. How does this make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you feel?
Is that the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
scratches? I got scratches.
I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're gonna
I don't give a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're gonna
bring
Is that a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
How does this make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this... Leave me alone! Please!
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
Leave me alone! I don't!
That's okay, I don't care.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to, but even when they're not. Unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumb ass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior, and you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
We quote you every fucking day. You guys run around going, how did she know? How did she find out? Every fucking day for 7 years. We quote everything you guys say, and you don't know you're in a lot of trouble. Human trafficking is a problem. It's a very serious crime. You're in trouble. Open this up as human rights violations. Deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce. Grand larceny with intent to coerce. Or to coerce. Interference with commerce with intent to coerce. Or to coerce. Interference with contracts. And you want another pullover? Josh person, we hear it was you. Call Josh, tell him they got caught again. Every day it's the same thing. So yeah, we heard you talking about that. We got more code words too. Can't get the rabbit in the hole. We need to, do the Little Red Riding Hood. When you use family to do some kind of problem. Look at this. Perry creeped me the fuck out all damn day. He pestered and harassed and threatened and pestered and harassed and threatened all fucking day. So while he sits and watches TV instead of getting off his fat, lazy, perverted ass and go work and go be with his family and go to Texas where he lives, he's in Oklahoma bothering and bothering and bothering and bothering. The longer you're in my life, sir, The longer my privacy's invaded, the more you take my money, the longer I'm broke, the longer Mike's in jail, the more we get. We quote you every fucking day. So, we got quite a bit today. It was a very busy day for us. We were working, typing up and listening to what you said all fucking day. Okay? While you sat there and perverted around and played with your little doll. So we got this. Well, let's see. This one we got last night. Little Red Riding Hood is another code word. We just, by the way, I got complimented like a motherfucker by somebody who called looking for who's help. Are you helping her? Are you stopping our crime? Obstruction of justice, fraud. Charles, how many perjury and fraud cases do you think they're running against you right now? I mean, count them. You might know that number better than we if you can still count. We found out because you pester and because you take my money and because you take my privacy and because all you do all day is sit around and bother and pester and bother and bother and pester and bother and cause everything is a thing and everything's an ordeal and you cause conflict and you make problems, big, huge problems. It's all part of your trafficking thing. Ruin the girl's life so she has really nothing to do. She can't do a fucking thing. If she wants to eat, she has to be trafficked. You're caught when you do it to me. Who's running the case? Who's running the intel ops? Who's telling us all that you said? Well, you're the ones calling around asking. You're the ones calling around asking. Is it you? I'll make it worth your while. I'll be candid with you. I'm Creepster just like she says. I'm doing everything she says. We'll make it worth your while. So somebody said there's this chick in Tulsa working with some guys investigating major sex trafficking ring. A lot of these guys are Republicans, he said. That we don't care about that. That has nothing to do with your crime. I think the reason he said it, from the tone in his voice, is that he was kind of shocked that it was Republicans doing it. Bunch of Republican elected people are involved in trafficking people. Bunch of Christians. So, that's what he sounded shocked about when he named the party affiliation. And he said she's got their code words, she's got their names, they're all out on the internet. She's got them, it's all out on the internet. They killed a cop, she caught that, that's all out on the internet too. Everybody's wondering who she's working with. They're trying to figure out, you know anybody that'll do that? So people are making a lot of phone calls about this. Okay? You're in a lot of trouble. The longer you bother me, it's never happened before, what we hear. You guys see it. The more he pesters her, the more he takes her money, things do not go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before. She keeps catching us beforehand, not after. See, we get you when you're recorded talking about it. Let me say this again, because everybody's very irritated with you, Mr. Perry, that things have to be repeated for you over and over and over and over and over. Like you have Alzheimer's or some serious aging degenerative disease or senile dementia. We did find out, though, you have Huntington's that causes delusion, hallucinations. You see things that are not there. Paranoia, psychosis, and impaired cognitive reasoning. Josh Burson, what's your deal? What disease do you have, Dave? I mean, impaired cognitive reasoning. Cognitive reasoning gives you the ability to do cause and effect. When you do the crime to me, you get caught. How many times were you caught before you did it to me? How many after? What other victim has all this stuff that I have? Name one. Name one of our guys. Quote one of their meetings. Oh, yeah, you can't. Nobody will help you. Everybody is sick of this. Very, very sick of it. You've told everybody, Mr. Perry, that will listen, you intend to starve me and put me in a homeless shelter. Take my computer, take my driver's license, and traffic me. You're going to starve me until I lie, and I'll agree to be coerced into being trafficked and participate in your crime. And I said no. And you have threatened and you've caused duress, and you've threatened and you've caused duress, and all of that's illegal. And you're stalking, and that's felony. You're rejected. I've said no to being trafficked. I've said it for years. The second we first started finding out about that, I said no, I'm not going to be trafficked. You want to try to coerce me and create unbearable duress, they'll just add enough more charges against you. Somebody's got this somewhere. I'm typing up what you just said every day. We quote you every day. We're naming your people, you're not naming our guys. So it's like you have no grasp on reality. Look at this, Josh Burson. This is my work product, and I have a whole team. About 40 cops helping me from various jurisdictions. Let me tell you something, the way information can go. It can come from they bugged something up, they got a court order, and they got a wiretap, or they bugged something up, or you might have a leak, and that leak sometimes will go from one person to the next guy, to our guys. It might go from one person right to our guys. It's very rarely done that way, though. Or it might go through 11 people. It changes all the time. Every time they do it, it's different. What I asked you to do is very simple. Comply with the law. Leave me the fuck alone. Nobody's asked you to climb Mount Everest. Every time you do the crime to me, you get caught. And yet you guys go right back to your vomit every day and eat it, and then wonder why everybody's grossing out. I mean, we don't even know what to say to this. It's so easy, it's not fair. We only need you to say it one time. Once you say it one time, Lucius, Bald Fat Calvin, Geppetto, David, Charles, Josh, Joe, Matt, one time, Sanjay, Beverly, Renee, James, Ruben, Andrew, Richard, Dickey. One time, Ringtone Richard. One time is all we need you to say it. I've not done a fucking thing to you. You've not lost a thing. I moved twice to get away from you, Charles. You are a monster. We don't know we didn't even know what exactly. I mean, you're a monster. And everybody's sick and tired of having to deal with you. I moved 2 times to get away from you and to just be hanging out with my family and left alone. You opened the door, DumDum. We just walked through it. I didn't have a choice, did I? All I had to do is leave me alone, leave everybody alone. Nope, he just contacted me again. You don't tell me what to do. He typed in my phone, you need to leave Oklahoma. You, sir, need to remember who you're talking to. Do you have all that? Nope, we do. We quote you every day. You're caught. Now, Mr. Fucktard, try to get a special ed teacher to explain to you what it means that we have all this. Because you act like you don't know. Your response is a fail. You act like you don't have any idea what it means that we have this. The more we get, the easier it will be to get a conviction. You're not, I mean, it's been so easy, it's not even fair. You're just stupid. You're in a lot of trouble because you're stupid. And for us to have all this much, and you guys ask so many times, how does she know? How did she find out? You don't think you're in some trouble here? Then you're really stupid. You need to be in a fucking nursing home. People get irritated when we catch you. We only need one. One will prove malicious aforethought, criminal intent, your knowledge of the crime. You knew it was a crime. You did it anyway. You just want everybody to lie about it. And you premeditated it. That's all we need. One. You guys will have the same fucking conversation about the same damn thing over and over and over. And we're like, wow, fucking Alzheimer's ward here. The judge finally told the guys, you don't have to make me fucking listen. He didn't say fucking. He said, you don't have to make me listen to every recording that's the same thing. Why are they saying the same thing over and over? They're not all there, are they? So, once it's been, they're having the same conversation again and again. Just bring me their order that you want me to sign. Tell me in general what's it about and who you need the order on, and I'll sign it. Because I don't have time for this, to listen to them talk about the same thing over and over and over. We're all busy. So, we got all this, Mr. Perry. They got that to me in jail. They first had it made just for me, and then got it to me in jail. It wasn't up to you. None of this was up to you when we got it, was it? You see, you're not getting it. You're not in reality. We quote you every day. We're naming all your people. We got all your code words. You don't have any names of our guys. You have not quoted one meeting. You don't know how they got that to me in jail. You don't know shit. Do you? Any other victim know they're trafficked beforehand? That you're trying to take the car, and you're trying to get them kicked out of their home, and you're trying to take their money, and you're trying to starve them into a lie, and you're trying to have them pulled over, and you're trying to have them harassed. Use taxpayer-funded resources, Josh Person, for your personal gain. One more time, I dare you. You call up to Oklahoma one more time, Josh Person, and use taxpayer-funded resources, Charles, Matt, Dave, Josh, Joe, Lucius, Geppetto, Calvin, one more time. We dare you. For your personal financial gain. It is for your personal. You sold me. You want to deliver me to the buyer so that you can collect the rest of your money. First, you want me to then you want me to sign an affidavit that is a fucking lie. It's a fucking lie. And then I'm dead. We all know that. The end game here for you is I'm dead. But only after I've signed your lie. So you can take that to the media and go, see, she says now she lied. She's changed that my court testimony is my court testimony, bitch. Okay? Don't tell me what to do. It's not up to you, is it? When we get this, is it up to you? Nope. It's not, sir. You need to get a grip on reality. You don't have anything like this. We quote you every day, sir. You look like a delusional whack when you start bossing me around. Complete delusional whack. Get a grip on reality. You're in a lot of trouble. You don't run around calling police departments. Is it you? Is it you? Are you helping her? Please stop stopping my crime. All over the country. Did you call Washington, D.C. too? Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, you call everybody. You're making me a fucking legend. Look at what the guy said. Now he's calling people. Okay? You look like a twerp. An embarrassing little twerp. So, we got all this. There's all your names. We got your code words. We added 2. Little Red Right. Let's play Little Red Riding Hood. Use the family to fucking kick her ass. And you're caught. You've already been caught on that more than once. Can't get the rabbit in the hole. That's kind of self-explanatory, right? Kind of like pin the tail on the donkey. I mean, we got your code words, right? You can't figure out how information goes from one port. I'm not told what they get from leaks and what they get from wiretap orders or what they get from a bugging something. But they have a court order. You just have a weirdo problem. So you guys got caught again, and you'll get caught on something, and then you table it for a little bit, and then you have the conversation again. Now we got two recordings of you talking about the same thing, David. And then same thing, and then you'll table it for a little bit, let the dust settle, create a panacea, and then we'll do it again. We'll try again. Now we got 3. Going to be very hard for you to deny that's you. We have 2 or 3, 4 ways we can confirm that recording is you. You can't get on the stand. Oh, I didn't say that. That wasn't me. One is you calling all around trying to find out how I found out. How does she have that? How did she get that? Number 2, we'll put a sentence or 2 in an email that's wrong so that you all go around correcting it. Boom. There you go. But you corrected it. I didn't say this, I said that. That's a really good technique. A lot of law enforcement uses it. Very common. And then you do it. There's the other one. So, there was a case of a man who murdered his wife in Texas. Very rich man. His ex-wife. He got a divorce from her. I can't remember the guy's name. Colin, I want to say something. I don't know. He murders his ex-wife, but he was recorded talking to a hitman, I believe, and she was at her house with her new boyfriend or whatever, and the hitman goes in and wipes them all out, the whole fucking family, and so they got this whole recording of him hiring the hitman. He actually was found not guilty by denying that was him. That wasn't me, and the jury, for whatever reason, believed it. So clearly, smart, astute law enforcement and prosecutors will take that case and learn from it. Okay, well, we got to make sure that when Mr. Perry and David Roberson and Joshua Burson and Lucius and Calvin, all those guys are fucking sitting in the court in their trial, they can't deny that's them on the recording. So let's prove it out in a number of ways. Just because they talk about it and then do it, clearly in this other case, the guy got off. We're not going to let that happen. So here's the ways that we prove it out. Other than you did it anyway. You knew he had it and he did it anyway. Any other victim able to do all that shit? Yeah. Name one guy, quote one meeting. Pull her over, take her car, we run her in a homeless shelter so then we can get her driver's license and her computer. Now she's really got nothing and we can coerce the lie. We can coerce her into participating in our criminal activity and being trafficked. After she signs the lie, though, we want her dead, so we'll just make it look like something else, like you do everybody else. And pray to your doll, Charles, see if that'll save you. Did it save you today when we typed up what you said all fucking day? Huh? Sat and listened to what you guys said all fucking day? Did your little doll save you? That's your God. It's weird as fuck. So, it's creepy. You're fucking creepy. You're the creepiest fuck I've ever met. So, people don't like you. We don't have any problem getting information. Snap of a finger. They don't like your creepy, and they don't like your cruelty. Bad stomach. Blech. Bad taste in your mouth. People going around creeping you out like that. Okay, so we got all this. And, you'll get caught, and then you table it. You want me dead so I don't pop up and say, oh, they made me lie. They made me do that. You make everybody destitute. You've threatened me with it and threatened me with it and that specifically. Not a vague threat, I'm going to hurt you. It is a specific threat. We've got very detailed information, sir. You're not all there. That ought to scare the shit out of you. We've been doing it every day for 7 years. You act like, oh, yeah, what? Josh person calls in a pullover. We heard them all. She caught it. Call Josh. We heard you. I typed up what you said all fucking day. So, you know, what the hell's wrong with you? There's a whole... Listen to this one. Charles had this whole wedding planned. And then the other guy said, right, but she hates him. So what did he think she was going to do if he sprang that on her? And he said, well, that's why he wanted her arrested first. You signed traffickers, you know, got to get your finances all fucked up. You can go to your family and fuck up those relationships. So they get documents signed that are illegal. They're forgeries. So that they can get personal financial information that would otherwise be protected under privacy law. Now you got two, though. You violated my privacy and you forged my name. And we've talked about it and talked about it and talked. You act like nobody knows. Everybody knows. We've talked about it and talked about it and talked about it until we're fucking blue in the face, Alzheimer's. Write it the fuck down. She already knows. And she's talked about it. And she's talked about it a lot. More than once. So what happens is, then they start tearing down your finances. They start causing conflict in the family. They're troublemakers. And then, so pretty soon your system of financial support and your system of social support is gone. So then you're easier to sell. You can't eat unless you're trafficked. And then you go suck those guys' dicks for us, and we're going to make money off of that. And normally that would be the case. For me, it's different. They want me to sign the lie, then I'm dead. They're getting more desperate by the day. You can smell it. You walk through Tulsa, it smells like fucking sulfur. Here they are. They're close by. You can smell them. Right? Because y'all follow me everywhere. You were talking about what I'm wearing today. Is she going to go to work? She's wearing this color shirt and this color pants. Does she have makeup on today? Does she have jewelry on today? What time is she going to work? I heard you talking about it. And then the guy goes, be careful, don't follow her too close. She can ditch a tail. I do not. Yeah. If he's right, if anybody follows me for too long, I'm going to ditch you anyway, whether you're a tail or not. I'm not going to chance it. But why would I have to do that? Why do I have to fucking do that? You know, I don't call Tulsa police over shit like that. You notice that? Tulsa police has never gotten a 911 call from me about being followed. One guy followed me for yeah, I was mad at myself. It took me fucking 15 minutes to ditch that one. Normally it takes me like 30 seconds. Took me 15 minutes to ditch that guy's tail. I didn't even call him then. It was almost like fucking watching Burnt Notice. Literally. It was that bad. Did I call TPD? No. I don't need to call TPD. Why would I call TPD? These guys are helping me. Okay, look at the irritation level when things have to be said over and over. Nobody asked him what he thinks, did they? Yeah, and he failed to respond to what she said appropriately. He acts like he has no fucking idea. There's 2 videos where he acts like he has no fucking idea what she just said. Charles, you can tell by the way that you act, you have no fucking idea what I'm saying and no fucking idea what's happening. Zero grasp on reality. It is so embarrassing. Why are you not embarrassed like you make everybody else?
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my god. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm curious.
Sir.
So, where I live, what I drive, when and where I work is none of your business. You don't tell me what to do. Remember who it is you're talking to, sir. You're the one asking, how'd she find out? How did she know? Who's helping her? Oh my God, what are we gonna do? Oh Lord, who's telling on me? Who's telling on me? Typed in my phone about 40 times today. Please just say who it is. I'm not gonna help you. We all want for you to be gone. When you're in jail, all of this is over. You've come up to Oklahoma and made a nightmare for a hell of a lot of people that did nothing to you at all. So, we can get the help. You can't. You need to shut the fuck up and go home to your family and go be normal. Comply with the law like the rest of us do. You're fucking embarrassing everybody. You're a weirdo.
Please leave.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me
All
alone.
you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my god. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm curious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
This make you...
How does it make you feel if somebody sticks a camera up your face? Because I don't like it. I want you to see how it feels when someone does it to you. He completely does not understand a fucking thing she said. Totally missed the point, just like Mr. Perry. Every damn day. No one's going to help you if you're trying to ruin their life. DumDum. Everybody fucking hates you. We can get the information, snap of a finger, because we're not cruel and we're not creepy. And nobody will help you. Look at your results, look at ours. We quote you every day. You are hated that much. Everybody wants you gone. The more we get, the easier it will be to get a conviction. The more we get, the easier it will be to get a conviction. Listen to the words I'm saying. The more we get, the more I'm quoting you, that's the more we get. The easier it will be to get a conviction. You're in a lot of trouble. How many times did this happen to you before? How many after? Me. How many after you've done it to me? What other victim has what we have? You really think I'm a victim or am I bait? And you just stupid and you take the bait. So you can tell he doesn't have anything, he doesn't have any idea what he's... I have pictures of you, because he's stalking her. Oh, you want me to go get the pictures of you? Then he threatens her. I'm going to get you. Same thing. Charles does exactly the same thing. Same as Nagy Neal here.
Feel. You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you feel?
The one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
Pictures?
I got scratches.
I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
He just did it again 3 times. Just contacted me again. So 3 times in this podcast, he's contacted me, so we'll get more. You just asked for it. You were told to stop contacting her. Do not invade her privacy anymore. Do not contact her anymore. She's not to be broke. She's not to be broke. Get your hands out of her wallet. You don't get to coerce and deprive of food and shelter. Okay? That's illegal. Comply with the fucking law. Damn it.
Hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're gonna
I don't give a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can bring
Is
the
that
whole
a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
This make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
Pictures?
I got
I
scratches.
can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Monkey, hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't
get
give a
it
fuck.
good.
You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
Charles, do not contact me again. We quote you. You're not quoting us. We quote you every day. You need to remember who it is you're talking to. Do not contact me again. He just did it again. So he'll type in my other phone. Sometimes if I stop and tell him to stop, he will. Sometimes not. It's worth a shot. But now we're documenting for the record. My guys want to know every time you contact me during a podcast. Okay? They're recording it, but they want to mark it. Okay?
That's okay. You're gonna
Is that a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a
How does this make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
You want,
I got
I
scratches.
can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Monkey, hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't
get
give a
it
fuck.
good.
You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can bring
Is
the
that
whole
a
fucking
threat?
army.
You're gonna
I don't give
find
a
out.
fuck.
This
Nobody's in love with you. You're rejected and told on. Not just for a day or a week or a month or a year. For 10 years, every day. You're not wanted, you're not loved, you're told on. Mr. Perry, get a grip on reality. You're embarrassing the fuck out of everybody. Why aren't you embarrassed? Why aren't you embarrassed? Why? You embarrass everybody else. You're a fucking weirdo. You're the creepiest fuck I've ever met in my life. So, look at this. I'm going to just roll it through, and then I'll go over it in a minute. 20 different reasons, other than the harassment one. We're going to harass the hell out of her, and then when she claims that she's harassing us, we'll say she's harassing her. When she claims we're harassing her, we'll say she's harassing us. We're going to go into court and lie. Again. How many fraud cases, how many perjury cases counts? Huh? You want to starve me till I lie? I mean, that's all you talk about. How can we starve her till she lies? How can we make her destitute so she'll be trafficked? We got to get our money. How can we use taxpayer-funded resources for our own personal financial gain? Take her money, extort her money, and get a profit off of her, and kill her, and get the lie. You sit around and talk about it every day. You record it every day. We quote you every day. I know before you did it, not after. You're not all there. It's embarrassing. Why aren't you embarrassed? Everybody else is fucking embarrassed. Look at that. Look at that. So there's been like the harassment email will go. I'll show you in a minute. Right now there's this one. You tried again to get my coworker to say that I stole money from my work. Okay, let's try this again. We've already caught that. We've already been over it. When you did it, when you first talked about it, we had it then. It's already been recorded. When this shit is played in your criminal trial, what's going to happen in everybody else's live fraud case? Grand jury, whatever. Huh? Then what happens? See, y'all don't put two and two together. That's why they said no cognitive reasoning here. We're not seeing it. If then that. If then, Josh Burston, you have to do this when you're a cop. You have to take the test. Can you do that in your head? If you do X and Y happens and you don't like Y, maybe you should stop doing X. We all learned it in daycare, Josh. So, we said it that day. I quit putting the money out. Listen to me again. I stopped putting the money out. Let me say it one more time. I completely changed my habit of going in. The club opened at 7. I still have the key, by the way. The club, if I stole something, believe me, he would ask me for the key. If my boss thought I stole something, he would have asked me for the key. I still have the key. I've not quit. He has not fired me. There's no text between us about that at all. The last texts that are between my boss and I are, when are you coming back? I don't know. I've injured my knee, and I don't want to exacerbate it and end up having to have surgery. And he said, okay, fine. Let me know when you can come back. I had a sports injury on the fucking pole. When you're working a pole, it's like acrobat. It's a sport. It's actually a competitive sport. Some people compete, had never been in a strip club. Okay, so, fuck you. That's the last conversation I had with my boss. I still have the key. You're still trying to do the same thing that didn't work already. You're caught. People are getting very irritated at you. Didn't she say she already knows about this? Yeah. That means those guys have a recording of it. Yeah. And he's still trying to do it anyway. Yeah. What kind of fucktard does that? What kind of fucktard does that? I don't know. But she keeps saying it's so easy it's not even fair. When I'm speaking in the third person, by the way, because I'm talking to fucktards too, I have to explain that it's quoting someone else. DumDum. Okay, so when we ringtone Richard, hear you guys talking about the same thing 20,000 times. Now it's just icing on the cake. All we need is one. Right? You can't get on the stand and say, no, that's not me. Really? Because you talked about it not just once, not just 20 fucking times. And then you still try to do it anyway. So, who the fuck is that stupid? Biological criminal? Josh Burston, have you studied this? The criminology theory, biology is the causation, says that some people are born with a very low IQ and zero impulse control. Are you in that group, Josh? You're contributing to the crime? Are you conspirator? Co-conspirator. It's a charge. Conspiracy to commit trafficking. Conspiracy to commit coercion, Josh. Conspiracy to commit witness tampering, Josh. Title 18, United States Code 1512 and 1513. You're in a different state. That's federal. You don't know the crime that somebody's going after him for. You don't know if that's federal or state, do you? Yeah. See, you're not in the loop because you're corrupt. I'm sorry that you chose that path. My granddad left me a legacy. I'm not choosing that path. If I die fighting, I die fighting, but his legacy is going to be intact. He went through some shit, Josh. Some corrupt people went after him and they smeared him in the news. And he stuck it out, and he looked stressed out. I remember it. And at the end of the day, Josh, his name is on the front door of the police station where he was the chief. Law enforcement has one job: relieve suffering caused by crime. Nothing else is required of you at all, Josh. And that's not what you're doing. You're causing the suffering. Why? Would you not be a we heard your news story. It took you 6 times to become a ranger. It took your brother once. So the panel had so many concerns about you that it took you 6 times to overcome those concerns. I believe there's a reason for that. Your brother got on the first time. Okay, so there's something wrong with you. Already, right off the bat. Something wrong with you already off the bat. What'd Charles do? Go in and choose the low-hanging fruit? Why didn't you help me with my crime? Okay. Okay, so we get, because we heard Calvin and Amanda talking, and Calvin going, she's making you look bad. We're trying to get her fired. So that defeats, you're not showing up. You're coming in late. She's doing your job for you. You're coming up short in the drawer. We got to fix that. Because we need to get her fired. You're in there selling drugs for us. The bouncer said that. She said she won't come back as long as Amanda's still here. Amanda's running their drugs for him out of this club. So that's not going to happen. Right? Prove it or disprove it, sir. So they had, they were talking about how when she sets up the money at the beginning of the night, right before the club opens, I would take the money out of the safe. I had the safe code and set it up at the register. And then they would all come in, get the music going, and get the lights on so it's ready to go. I did it every night. Once we heard them talking about when she sets the money up, then we'll say she stole it then, take some out. So I stopped opening the bag and setting the money up. I would just put the bag on the counter. Fine, you set it up. The night that I left, she counted the money, which is weird because we always wait till the end of the night to count the money. I left at 10 o'clock. 10 p.m. I had $4,000 sitting in my checking account from a student loan. I didn't need $200. I had $4,000. So when I get ready to... The main reason I left, I didn't want to be around her anymore, but I also had this knee injury, and I'm just sitting there. I can't really do much. If I'm waitress, I can waitress with an injured knee. I can't get on the pole with an injured knee. Everybody said that. If they really wanted her back at the club, they'd let her waitress. You can waitress with an injured knee. You can't work a pole, though, with an injured knee. Right? DumDum? So you didn't really want me at the club because I'm catching her crime. Matt Powell did because he wants to sue and serve, right? Needed an address or something? Oh, brother. These people are something. So, you have conflicting interests between all of you, right? We've talked about this. This is like the third podcast I've done on this very subject. I've talked about it, and talked about it, and talked about it, and talked about it. And we found out and talked. I said it at the time. Here's what they're trying to do. I said it. I emailed it to my attorney at the time. You were recorded, and I changed my habits. DumDum. Poke and peep. You sit around on your fat ass and pester, and we type up everything you say. We quote you every fucking day. And you're caught. You're caught by people who will not call you back. So everybody's sick of you. We get it, snap of a finger. It's easier by the day. So I changed my habits, and we've talked about it and talked about it and talked about it. About 10 o'clock, right before I'm getting ready to leave, she comes in. Oh, we got to check cameras and call Paul. We got to check the cameras and call Paul. We got to check the cameras and Paul. You stole money. And I was like, oh my God. Wow. Nope. Didn't open the bag. Didn't even open it. We heard you recorded talking about doing that. So I quit opening the bag. And so she comes back in. Oh, the DJ had it. Did he? Okay. Yep. Bye-bye. That's all. And I left. So I mean, these people are something. We already recorded you guys talking about it. I changed my habits as a direct result of that recording. My attorneys already have it, and you still tried to do it anyway. And then you just talked about it again today, didn't you? Okay, you're caught, Mr. Perry. Then there's all this. They did the jewelry scam. Give her some jewelry. Starve her to death. Don't let her make any money. Jam up her DoorDash apps and any kind of, call Upwork to make sure she doesn't make any money. Make sure she can't find a job anywhere. David, you're in trouble for that, David. Keeping me from being able to work. That's you. That's gonna hit you harder than anybody else, David. So this thing where she'll take the jewelry and pawn it, and then we'll say it was stolen. Well, I take a picture of it. My guys are like, it's not worth shit. They took it to their jewelry guy, and he was like, this is fucking Walmart shit. All of it together is maybe worth $10. A pawn shop's not even going to take it. They weren't even smart enough to get you jewelry that was worth anything. That's how stupid these guys are. Okay, so then you did the prostitution by sock thing that we went over. You take your shoes off because your feet hurt, or to do a lap dance and you don't want to poke a hole in the furniture. It's basically you're standing on furniture doing an air dance. There's no money exchanged for this specific act of taking your shoes off, and there's no sex. But you guys went, well, we can't let her waitress. We need her back on that pole so we can get her on prostitution when she takes her shoes off. Right, Calvin? Are you the one that talks like that? It drives me nuts. Get the fucking hay out of your mouth and talk right. Is that you? God, that drives me nuts, whoever that is. I hate that kind of hillbilly. Blech. Ugh. Okay, so that would basically be a Stormy Daniel thing because it's selective prosecution also. Everybody takes their shoes off at every club I've ever been to. Get over it. There's no sex. There's no money is not exchanged for taking your shoes off. You're being paid to give a lap dance. If you take your shoes off because you don't want to poke a hole in the furniture, somebody said, let her waitress and then do a lap dance and see if she takes off her tennis shoes or her combat boots or whatever, or flip-flops or whatever she's wearing. And then get her then. God, I mean, you guys are something. You sit around all day trying to make me fail. How many men sit around all day trying to figure out how to make one woman fail? It doesn't get any more pathetic. Then there's the murder frame-up where the girl that the doppelganger you found looked similar to me, but quite a bit heavier, tanner, and different color hair. So then you're trying to get my hair color so you can have her dye her hair the same as mine, trying to get me to tan, push me to tan and everything. Yeah, and you got caught on that too. And then Richard, I guess it was, so he was told, he goes, I can't even put her at the scene. Charles ran all her friends off. It's not like I can go to her friends and say, have you guys been with Cynthia to this location? She didn't have any. He ran them off. He's a bitch. So I can't even do that. I can't say she's ever even been there to the location of the crime. And the guy was like, it won't matter. She's going to have a public defender. And he goes, have you met her? Did you see what she did for Mike Neely on his case? Sherlocked that bitch. You think she's not going to do that for herself? You're not all there, are you? Yeah. She'll do it. Doesn't matter what. She could probably outthink the public defender in her sleep. Look at the city prosecutor. That's not going well. So, I argued Brady. Not insufficient evidence. DumDum. I mean, do you think that judge would let me call him DumDum in court? DumDum, I argued Brady. You didn't make one single argument against Brady. Why this isn't exculpatory. I'm saying the list of pullovers. You guys like have me pull over, Josh. Duly noted. Okay, so I need the list. No, you can't have the list. Well, but the list is exculpatory. Now it's a Brady violation, and you're concealing a material fact from the deciding body. So it's perjury too by concealment. And I listed, and so he didn't address that. He also didn't say, well, we don't feel it's exculpatory because of XYZ reasons or relevant because of XYZ reasons. You just don't get a hearing on insufficient evidence. Okay, yeah, but I didn't argue that. I argued Brady. Yeah, I could think of probably, my guess is, there's some procedural things I'm not clear on yet. But since Mr. Perry ran all my customers off at Sensations, what I would do when there's no customers is go in the back and study the law. I taught myself all that shit. We have a prosecutor that thinks it's pretty good, pretty impressive. Okay, so somebody else did too. He said this girl can out-sting up anybody. She's catching stuff everybody else will miss. She can also argue the law pretty damn good, and she doesn't have a college degree yet. But not only that, this is what's really impressive. While they're putting her through fucking hell for a decade, she keeps going at it. That's what's really impressive. She can still do this after this long, after all the shit they put her through. And I've not seen anybody this good ever, bar none. She's the best. So you're making me a fucking legend with your phone calls. Was it you? Are you stopping my crime? So there's been like 4 or 5 things here. He's tried at drug trafficking. Had his drug dealer. There's like 5 girls standing around this drug dealer that do drugs. I don't even smoke pot. Never even tried pot. Barely drink. And he's like, calls me all the way across the room from a customer. Have that guy. Can you ask that guy if he wants my drugs? And I'm looking at, do I have stupid written across my forehead? You do. No. So, but if I was dumb, if I was a dum-dum like them, I would have said, sure. And I walk it over to the cop. Cop, do you want this guy's drugs over here? And I'm trafficking right there. I guess that's what they were trying to do. Then there's, this. Do the false arrest, stage the wedding to cover up the forgery that we used to get all her financial information and get her family all pissed off at her, right? Causing a conflict where there wasn't one. I don't have any angry texts to my family either. Nothing. That's what happened with Fabian. That's how we started looking about what you were doing with Jaguars. Me and Fabian are getting along fine. I tell my friend asked me in a private Facebook message, you dating anybody? I'm like, no, but I like one of the guys I work with. He's one of the managers. I go to work the next time and he's mean. I mean, it's like, wow, we didn't fight. You and I have not had a fight, so Charles called you, didn't he? Charles is butting in where Charles doesn't belong. Charles has a wife named Jacqueline at home. He needs to go home to his family and quit being a little dick and coming over to, places where he doesn't live. Go to church. Yeah, I don't know what they teach you at Southcrest. Here's how you commit crime and get away with it. Here's how you be a fraud. Here's how you con artist everybody. Is that what they teach you at y'all's church? I never went to that church. There was something that gave me creeps about it. I did go to church occasionally in Lubbock, but it was not that church. It just gave me the creeps. I don't know. I couldn't even explain it. I went to Trinity, and I went to... where else did we go? I don't remember. Seems like there was maybe one other church that we went to occasionally. But, not yours. Not fucking yours. Your church ought to be embarrassed by somebody like you being a deacon. Aren't you a church deacon? Yeah. You don't know my God. I don't think he knows you either. Maybe you ought to try fixing that before you die. So, like, you're still alive. You're still alive. You haven't had the death penalty yet, right? You're too stupid. You won't pass the 8th Amendment stupid test for that. You might, because you can't. We do have established that you understand what you're doing is a criminal act. You just want everybody to cover it up for you, and you almost expect it. And we're baffled by that. Like, why does he feel entitled to a cover-up? I don't like the whole "I'm entitled" mentality. A lot of people don't. Okay? You did something wrong. There's consequences. You made a choice. You knew there would be consequences, and you're not entitled to a lie, and you're not entitled to shit. You're entitled to go to jail. You break the law, you offend people, you upset people, you cause loss to someone else, go to jail. That's what our society calls civilized. What's his name? Kennedy. Kennedy said, a society gets the criminals they deserve. And they get the law enforcement they insist on. Okay? We insist on, if you're going to do it right, relieve suffering caused by crime, or get the fuck out, Josh. You get caught when you do it to me, right? It's different. But it's the same every time you do it. We quote you every fucking day. So, okay. So, they want to stage the wedding to cover up the forgery. They did the forgery to tear down my life, so I'm easier to sell or coerce. And they want to get me fired and blah, blah. And, you know, and then so they're going to stage the whole robbery thing, right? The guy said, she's not going to do a fake wedding, so he has photos, so it makes it look like the forgery. He can cover that up and makes it look like he had consent. No, there's no way. There's no fucking way. He said she'll be easier to coerce into that if she's been arrested first. So he's been trying to do the false arrest for a long time. You've told everybody who will listen, I'm going to starve her until she lies. She's going to be destitute. We're going to put her in a homeless shelter. We're going to take her computer and her driver's license, and there won't be anything left. We're going to have her family tell her they don't want her around anymore. We've heard you. You've talked about it not once, but over and over and over and over. I've said it in podcasts over and over and over and over. When you contact me, when you invade my privacy, when you take my money, when you cause a problem for me, the longer Michael Neely's in jail, the more we get. When you contact me, when you take my privacy, when you take my money, when you cause me a problem, the longer Mike Neely's in jail, the more we get. We say it, then we show you. We say it, then we show you. We say it, then we show you. We quote you all day, every day. We quote you in that crime. What day is he going to arrest you? Did Geppetto do his little wiki and tell you? Yeah, they want all of you. They want it. I mean, they want it. Fucking, you're gone. Everybody does. We get it at the snap of a finger, and nobody will help you. Everybody's so sick of y'all. I don't know why I have to keep saying the same thing over and over and over and over. Why? Why do I? So, let's just say I go back to the club next week, or I go back to the club tomorrow, and I go, what do? Walk in and tell Amanda, by the way, you are recorded talking to Calvin about making it look like I stole money. So from here on out, you might keep that in mind. These guys are in a lot of trouble. So when you talk to them, you might be being recorded by somebody. Somebody in law enforcement that will put your ass in jail. You're a co-conspirator. Do you want me to tell her? Or do you want to tell her? Huh? I'd get on that before I do. I'd say it before I say it. I mean, if I were you, I would tell her before Cynthia gets the chance to tell her. Okay, so here's this one. See, we're trying to get her fired. We don't want her going back to Stillwater. Okay, yeah. We had it a long time ago. What's the date on that? February 23rd. Look at that. The last day I was there was February 28th. I got my school loan money on like the 24th. Okay, so you were recorded talking about it. And we documented it when you said it. I got a whole file on everything she did to me that y'all had her do. Usually what we had is a recording that I typed up, and it's in that file. We had the recording before she did it. A lot of time you guys have my phone, you know what we find out beforehand. Don't you always get that phone call? Did she tell her attorney yet? There's attorney-client privilege, and then y'all tell each other, yes, she told her attorney, or no, she didn't. We hear that too. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Okay. DumDum. Well, like I said, you opened the door, we just walked in. Because I came here to be left alone and not bothered by anybody and just hang out with my family. Okay? It may not be that I'm a victim. It might be that you're getting caught when you do it to me because I'm bait and you're taking the bait because you're stupid. So, everybody is sick of y'all. I don't know. They're sick of me having to repeat myself. Everybody's like, she already caught him on that. She's already talked about it over and over and over and over. Why are they still trying to do it? Because they're stupid. By all low IQ, no impulse control. And Josh causing another pullover today. Wow. Oh, by the way, Oklahoma City Police has a lot of stuff that I just said about the trafficking. They've got it on their website. Anybody can look at it. I don't know why Tulsa isn't keeping up with Oklahoma City Police on that. They're helping. Are you helping, guys? Relieve suffering caused by crime. Did you watch the movie City of Lies? Watch the movie City of Lies. It's about the murder of Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls, Chris something. Starts with a W. Shit, what's his name? Anyway, you know who I'm talking about. Biggie Smalls, the two rappers. One was in Vegas, one was in L.A. People don't like that kind of corruption. LAPD. They don't like yours either. People don't like you, Charles. They don't like your creepy, and they don't like your cruelty. You're very creepy. Why aren't you embarrassed? That should embarrass the fuck out of you like it does everybody else, that you're so fucking creepy. You just creep me out. Ugh. It's just nasty, gross. So it's just like, ew, here he comes again. Ugh. Just makes everybody's stomach turn. So, in general, people don't like feeling negative emotions like fear, sadness, guilt, anxiety, stress. And that's what all you guys make people feel. Corrupt cops, everything. You just stress everybody out. You just make everybody upset. You just make everybody scared. You just make everybody feel those negative emotions that everybody doesn't want to feel. And our guys are kind. A man's kindness brings blessings. That's why we get information and they don't. They go, we'll make that stop. Sure. How can I help you? We are sick of it. We're sick of it. We can snap of a finger, we quote you every day. Every fucking day, dumb fuck. So people do not like you. Everybody wants for you to be gone. And you need to get that through your fucked hard head. Get it through your head, Charles. You just, golly, everybody's sick of y'all. You don't know. You're not getting it. How sick of you they are. His cruelty will be his downfall. People rant when they're mad. Yeah, okay, there's that. Okay, so we did this. They want her kidnapped by Thursday. Then we hear, pull her over, take her car, get her to a homeless shelter. Then we'll take her computer. Then we'll take her driver's license. Then we can get her to Texas. We need to get her to Texas by Thursday. We're going to kidnap her. We got to get her sold. I got to collect my money. You're extorting money from me to make a profit for you. You're already making a profit off of my body. I told you you're going to pay for that. My guy said her privacy is not to be invaded anymore. You don't contact her or her family. Not in any way, shape, or form. Not directly or indirectly. And she's not to be broke one more day. Mike's not to be in jail. You stop, or I'll do it for you. And then we quote you every day. Okay? So, $1,000 a day for what? Using my body for your pretend love life. Plus $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent. So all the questions that the guy said today, what is she wearing? She's wearing this color shirt, this color pants. Here's the makeup she has on today. Here's the jewelry she has on today. You can't know that unless you're a voyeur. And you're hacking me. So duly note for the record, we just said that. How many times did you want to prove us out? Before you even get to trial. Okay. So, we already talked about this. We already talked about the Mays County false arrest. We've already talked about all of them. Y'all act like you're fucking, like I said, Alzheimer's ward here. Delusionals. Okay, Charles has a diagnosis. I don't know what's wrong with the rest of you. Okay, I did Sherlock Mike's case in great detail. It wasn't hard. It wasn't hard at all. Okay, so there's that. And I'll do the disclaimer because we have... Oh, here's Pinto at Stillwater. Soliciting prostitutions. Be creeped out by him for $5,000. Charles, dude, now he's asking me, is Pinto a leak? Oh my God. How many times have I said I don't know who the leaks are? That I'm not told that. Yeah, I have to repeat myself for the mental slow guy here. Okay, so we got that. Soliciting prostitution. Here's the prostitution, not taking my shoes off to do a lap dance, Mays County. Charles, when you contact me, we get more. You just did it again, so next time we quote you, that's why. Do not contact me. You fucking creep me out. You fucking creepy. You're the creepiest fuck I've ever met in my life. And I lived in Vegas. There's some creepy fucks in Vegas. You, by far, have them all beat. So there's actual prostitution, Mays County. That's why we claim gender discrimination, right? Misogyny. It's very, very offensive for any discrimination to happen in this day and age. This isn't Noah's Ark. We aren't hillbillies. If you're hillbilly from Texas, get out of Oklahoma, please. Bald, fat Calvin. You're the worst. You're the worst misogynist I've ever seen in my life. You're all bad, but you're particularly bad. So here's my disclaimer, Josh Burson. Read it, please. This is what cops are supposed to do for stalking victims, Josh Burson. Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to give Tulsa police something here. Okay, this is about using these guys clone victims' phones. They stalk. It's both. Okay, I'm going to give Tulsa police one here. So, when they did my first false arrest, and justice was obstructed and I lost my evidence of attempted murder, which we went over in the last podcast, what I'm probably going to do, I think we're going to talk about what to do, but my guess is they're going to want this posted on the same blog page, because it's kind of like part 2. So, then it'll be there. You can see the whole thing where I went through my first false arrest. I filed a police report in compliance with a state law that requires you to do so when you need a protective order. Like I am now, I was being threatened then with death and false arrest. Nothing's changed. We want to coerce. So we're going to use taxpayer-funded resources to coerce a woman. Okay? Charles, that is illegal. Charles, that's illegal. You get caught when you do it to me. He just typed in my phone. Yeah, we are. It's illegal to do that. You're getting caught when you do it to me. It's illegal to do that. You get caught when you do it to me. You're going to jail. They're getting all this information to put you in jail, DumDum. Charles, when we get information, it is going to be used against you in a court of law to put you in jail, so you can't do this stuff anymore. You're not all there. You need to keep up. Stupid. I mean, you can tell you reek of delusion and stupid. Reek of it. Squirting out your ears. It's embarrassing. Why aren't you embarrassed? Everybody else is embarrassed. Why are you not embarrassed? You embarrass the fuck out. You're weirdo. And you're cruel. And it's just fucked up. You're a fucked up person. I did ask Tulsa police. I'm like, Manford or Tulsa or somebody, arrest him here and let me go. Let's move this along faster and let me go in and interview him and get confessions on everything else. Because I swear to you, I know what question to ask him better than anybody else would know what to ask him. What he's done. The serial killing and shit. Yeah. You'd be... If you really understood how bad it is, how bad you're caught, you wouldn't show your face again. You literally wouldn't show your face again. If you really understood what's happening. Literally wouldn't show your face again. Okay, so this... So you have to file a police report to get a protective order. So I filed the police report, and a week later, no evidence is collected. No conversation with a detective has happened, and I'm arrested for filing a false police report in retaliation for Mr. Perry doing his job. Well, stalking is not what you do to pass a law in Texas, as the guys in Manford pointed out. There's no political shit anywhere. I don't give a fuck about you politically. You're a peon. I worked in federal government reform, sir. Didn't even do Texas. I didn't live in your district. You're the new guy. You don't matter. Okay? You don't matter. I know you wish you did. I wish I mattered, but you don't. I do, though. I get information, not you. I matter. Mike Neely matters. The victims matter. No one gives a fuck what you think. You're not asked. No one cares what you think. We're all sick of hearing it. You wish you mattered. You're a pathetic nobody. Grandiose thinking serial killer. Pathetic, aren't you? Let's just call it like it is, huh? Yeah, you got a weirdo problem and no power over it. You're a slave to it. You're just pathetic, right? What is that sad little maniac with nothing to define you but your sad little crime? This thing that has happened where I'm bringing out your crime defines you, isn't it? Isn't this your claim to fame? I get to now be an infamous serial killer featured on a Netflix special at some point. Yeah, isn't that what you're trying to do here? Who does the same thing that just gets you caught every day? Unless you're after that. Right? Or you thought it was going to be a great big man orgy in jail. I mean, we've talked about different things that could motivate somebody to do the same stupid thing every day that gets them caught. Yeah, maybe it's the Netflix special you want. You like the fame? You want the attention? I don't know. Okay, so why am I prevented by physical force and delayed from reporting my crime? I got no blood test to rule out or confirm arsenic poisoning and all that, and they committed perjury. So we're going, well, why did Tulsa police give the report right to the offender? So let's maybe at this point go, well, maybe Josh was given the police report. It's supposed to be kept in confidence. It's supposed to be private until it goes to court. More than one attorney told me that when I was looking for attorneys. First of all, that should have never gotten to them. Right. Yeah, you think? It's private and confidential until it goes to court. And I'm like, and I was waiting for court after I have a blood test and talk to a detective. I need some strength for my case. If I can go in and say, by the way, I went to police and they tested me for arsenic and it came out positive. They're trying to kill me. I need a protective order. Do you not think that would strengthen my argument in front of a judge when I'm asking for a protective order? It's common sense. So that's what I was waiting for when all of a sudden I'm, by physical force, prevented and delayed from reports talking to Detective Egan, who didn't call until 2 weeks after my false arrest, which you'd been threatening, and it was in emails months before. Right? It's in text to Dave months before. You've told everybody who will listen the horrible things you want to do to me, and then you can't understand why people hate you? Yeah, you need a fucking butterfly net straight jacket. You're way past that point. You're 10 years past that point. So there's this. Maybe they gave it to Josh and didn't realize Josh was screwy. We'll give them that benefit of that doubt, and they can speak to what happened. That's their choice. They can clarify, yeah, that's what happened, or no, it's not, or no, we fucked up, or no, Josh fucked up, or I don't know. But I guess Josh called in a pull over today and he got caught. Yeah, okay. You get caught when you do it to me. We quote you, you're not quoting us, and we quote you every day. DumDum. And you do the same thing every day to get you caught. You have to want to get caught. You don't do the same thing every day for 10 years if you don't like getting caught. So, at some point, they're going to arrest you and use all that to get a conviction, and you're gone, and we don't have to deal with this anymore. And so, we can get it, snap of a finger. Okay? All right. So, the theft at my work has already been discussed over and over and over. She and Calvin were recorded talking about it and planning it before they did it. I changed my habits because of that conversation, that recording. Okay? Everybody clear? Am I going to have to say this again and again and again and again? You going to try it again, huh? I think we've heard this one down until we're gagging on it, Charles. Okay. Move on. Move on, princess. Quit. You're a reject. Quit being a girl about it. Act like a man. Act your age. Put your doll down. Take your dress off. Go home to your family and stop bothering people in Oklahoma who've done nothing to you at all. I came here to get away from you, hang out with my family, and otherwise be left alone. Okay? Leave everybody and everything the fuck alone.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men. Leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumb ass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior, and you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
Okay, so look at all these. A lot of these are about being pulled over, Josh. You get it beforehand, not after. Get my driver's license. Get my computer. Look at that. Get her computer. Okay. See, recording after recording after recording. Get my computer. Pull her over. See. What's the date on that? That's in, like, computer. Charles, don't contact me, bitch. When you contact me, we get more because I fucking hate it. You skank. And you see, here's all the pullover. This goes back to 2022, Josh. Get her driver's license. See, we got a lot here. Okay, here's the harassment email dated 2018. Send her home, harass the fuck out of her. When she complains about it, we'll lie and say she's harassing us. I got it in 2017. I got it in 2000. Mr. Perry, don't contact me. He just fucking did it again. Every time you contact me, my guys are like, he's gonna fucking pay for that. And you do. We quote you every day. He said, she's not going to be forced to lie for you, and she's not going to take your bribe. She said no. At no time did she have to lie. At no time, sir. You're putting an unbearable duress on someone to force them to do something and say something against their will. You're in a lot of trouble for doing that. I said no. I said, fuck you, no. So, when we quote you every day, what the fuck do you think that means? Huh? What do you think that means, DumDum? So he said, you owe her a legitimate debt. It's illegal to bribe someone. It's not illegal to just pay a debt that you owe. Pay that, give back what you took, fix what you broke, and get the fuck out of her life. And comply with the law, or I'm going to kick your ass. And we quote you every day. He's been saying that since March 2020. And we quote you every day. Nobody will return your phone calls. They don't have time to repeat themselves, Charles. And they sure shit don't have time to waste talking to a stupid person who has no idea what they're saying. He's busy getting intel. Okay? We're busy. We work. You need to get off your ass, quit perverting around, put your little doll down, and go work. Then you won't need to lie. Okay? So this one was Kirkendall. I need you to leave her alone. It looks like you're doing exactly what she said. Provoking, antagonizing, and instigating. All fucking day, every fucking day, all day long, every day. And she's just catching you. So, leave her alone. So that I can rule out provocation and entrapment. And you thought that meant do it more? When he pesters her and takes her money, things don't go well for us. We keep getting caught. We're seeing things happen we've never seen before. And Perry runs around, ew, let's do it more, let's do it more. I think he's dying for that Netflix special is what I think. Or the man orgy in prison. You can, you're into guys. You can have sex with guys, I guess, you think. And don't have to explain it to anybody. Are you gay? Just go be gay. There's nothing wrong with being gay now. Just go be gay. Go be trans. Go be you. But don't bother other people. Don't make it crime causation. And that it looks like that's what you're doing. Stop bothering. Stop. Stop bothering. Okay? He said, don't invade our privacy. I'll invade yours. I have a court order. You just have a weirdo problem. And you have no power over it. It's embarrassing. Why aren't you embarrassed? Why? Don't take her money. Get the fucking hands out of her wallet. And don't contact her and her family. They asked you not to. Leave the people alone. That don't like you, leave them alone. Leave everybody, leave everything the fuck alone. And go be with your family. Go home to your family. Why are you always in Oklahoma? Explain your schedule. Why are you always... You don't legislate in Oklahoma. You don't live in Oklahoma. Okay? I've been here 9 years. My family's here. I came here to be with my family and never again have to hear what you think. Okay? Or how you feel or what you want. Everybody's concerned about your victims. How we feel after you took everything and robbed us of everything and raped us every day and ruined our lives. They don't give two fucks about you. You don't matter. You don't matter. We do. We're getting the information. You're not. Okay? Get a grip on reality, weirdo.
Leave me alone! Please!
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
Stepdad been raping